every Finn, of whatever percentage Finn you are, every Finn owes that, the preservation of our heritage, your heritage, my heritage, that it be preserved. They owe that to their own heritage. They owe that to the people who came before. And it's our obligation as Finns to preserve our history.
In March of 2023, with the announced closing of Finlandia University, its many cultural and historic assets faced an uncertain fate. Finlandia Foundation National, the largest independent supporter of Finnish heritage in the United States, took actions to secure the future of the Finnish American Heritage Center. This includes its irreplaceable archives and the most extensive collection of materials related to Finnish American history, the living culture of the Finnish American Folk School, the Price of Freedom War Museum, the Finlandia Art Gallery, Northwind Bookstore, and the Finnish American Reporter. We call this initiative Saving Finland in America. This is the beginning of a multi-phased project. It requires securing the physical space to accommodate more than 40,000 artifacts and archival material, and all of the various functions of the Heritage Center. It is important that we digitize records to make them available to researchers around the globe. And in order to protect and preserve these treasures and history for the long term, we plan on creating an endowment.
One of the things that has to be remembered is that preserving the heritage archives is also preserving Finnish immigrant family records. There's a lot of situations which families have turned over their papers about their lives as Finns in America, from naturalization papers to all kinds of things, including a huge photograph collection, which is also unduplicated anywhere else, and it's of great value. Music manuscripts, of course, as a musician, that's where I did most of my research. There's manuscripts, there are brass band books. Some of them were brought over from the old country.
My favorite thing, though, at the Finnish American Heritage Center is just to visit the library and the archives. A lot of my relatives and friends ask me, well, why does it matter to know about our parents or grandparents once they're gone, or the country our grandparents left, after all, because we're Americans now? And my answer is that it matters because it helps us to understand ourselves, and not just family history in the way that archives display it in front of you and you can hold it, but also our qualities, our character, you know? I am 100% Finnish by DNA. And so I have come to understand a lot what sisu, for example, and stoicism means in my personality. And I have a faith, actually, that there will be more interest in family history in my own family and others like mine as time goes on, as the next generations grow up and start to wonder, like most of us do, where did I come from? Or why am I that way? And the archives help to answer those questions.
My father came here first in the year 1887.
Imagine hearing the voice of a relative you've never met, thanks to the oral histories recorded and archived at the Heritage Center, or seeing the belongings carried by immigrants to their new life in America. The Heritage Center has an incredible collection of Finnish glass, textiles, national costumes, original Marimekko dresses, and works by Finnish and Finnish American artists. Rare items include 2 of the first Bibles translated into Finnish. They date to 1642. The center preserves documents and records of organizations and churches, and hundreds of periodicals and newspapers dating back to the 1800s. This collection tells the history of Finnish America, a story told nowhere else. The center is also home to the Finnish American Folk School, which offers the opportunity to learn the heritage, contemporary arts, crafts, and music of Finnish America.
My involvement with the Finnish American Folk School has consisted of taking classes, workshops, involved with learning traditional Reiki laulu songs, also Runo laulu songs. So the resources over there, to summarize, are fantastic. The online courses specifically for me, I live in Minnesota. I mean, it is incredible to be able to reconnect with my Finnish roots. And so after taking the folk singing classes, I visited there in person, which was a fantastic experience. I was involved at Heikenpäivä, and it is so important to have a resource like this for our Finnish heritage.
We had a box full of medals, Winter War memorial medals for those volunteers to Canada and US and to Finland in 1939.
When we spoke at the opening of the museum, they were asking Harry what his objective was, and Harry had always said that the objective was to let young people know about the war, not to glorify it, but to tell what a price war has.
And remember what our parents and grandparents
exactly
did to keep Finland free.
Yeah, so now it was in a place where there were young people.
I think it gives the rest of the Americans something to think about too when they see Finland's heritage displayed nicely somewhere.
And Finnish people's what they've done for the country too. I mean, Finns have had a good positive impact on America.
The Heritage Center Archives is a pillar of the celebration of Finnish American culture in the United States. And so it needs to be preserved. I think this is a crisis moment, and it's an existential moment, shall we say, in terms of being able to share this information with future generations. You can't share it if it's not there.
And I really hope you join me in agreeing that we've just got to keep it going, and not just for us, but for the generations coming who don't yet know how important it will be to them.
This is a part of our identity that is too precious and too important to lose. Keeping it alive embodies our mission. It is why Finlandia Foundation was founded 70 years ago. It is our privilege to lead this effort, and we invite you to join us.
It's really important. I mean, this is one of those things whose time has come, and there will be no other time. You break up this collection, this archive, and you disperse it, it will never come back. Never. You couldn't duplicate this anyway. So it's not like this is something that can be done tomorrow. It's something we have to do today.